Do you ever wonder what is intended for or likely to be understood by only a small number? The traditional beliefs, customs, and stories of a community. A community not part of the mainstream, unconventional, peripheral, or extreme. Part of an anthology, a published collection of poems or other pieces of writing. This is Esoteric Lore. I'm your host, Edward Aponte, where I push you to ponder the fringes of folklore. Before there were gods, before there were nations, before there was history, there was vibration, a cry in the dark, a sound in the throat, a pattern repeated, and then meaning. Language did not merely describe reality, it summoned it. From the caves of Lascaux, to the hymns of the Vedas, to the logos of Greece, to the codes of quantum physics. The evolution of language may be the evolution of our idea of God, and perhaps the evolution of God within us.
Act 1. From Grunt to Myth.
Before speech, there was signal. Anthropologists suggest early humans communicated thought through gesture, rhythm, facial expression, proto-vocal tones. These were not abstract, they were immediate, survival-driven, emotional. But something radical happened roughly 50,000 to 70,000 years ago, what some call the cognitive revolution. Symbols emerged, and with symbols, human gained the ability to speak of what is not present, imagine the invisible, coordinate myth. Yuval Harari famously notes that the ability to believe shared myths allowed Homo sapiens to cooperate in large numbers. But here's the esoteric twist. The first God was not a being. The first God was a shared story. In ancient Sumer, symbols became script. In the Vedic tradition, sound itself became sacred. The Rigveda does not treat language as description, but as power. Mantra was not poetry, it was technology. Sound was understood as a creative force. And then we encountered one of the most profound linguistic declarations in human history. In the beginning was the Word. From the Gospel of John. The Greek word used is logos. Logos means word, reason, pattern, underlying order. The logos was not speech alone. It was the rational structure of reality. Language was no longer human. Language was cosmic.
Act 2. Language as cosmic code.
Plato believed reality itself was structured in ideal forms. Aristotle refined logic. Grammar became ontology. The Stoics argued that the logos permeated all existence. Language shaped thought. Thought shaped being. And then something even more radical emerged. If God speaks reality into existence and humans speak reality into coherence, are we participating in divine architecture?
Act 3. Language and the divine self.
Across traditions, the Vedic sages used mantra, Kabbalists mapped Hebrew letters to creation, Sufi poets dissolved into ecstatic metaphors, Christian mystics sought union beyond words. Language became both a ladder and limitation. Here we see the paradox. Language births God, but language cannot contain God. The mystic eventually says silence is higher. Yet silence itself is a linguistic conclusion.
Act 4. Modernity. Science replaces myth.
With the scientific revolution, land prayers were replaced by equations. Newton described gravity in calculus. Einstein described space-time in tensor geometry. Quantum mechanics described probability waves in Hilbert space. Physics became the new priesthood. Equations are new incantations. The strange truth? Mathematics describes reality with impossible precision. Why? Why does abstract symbolic language map so elegantly into physical existence? Physicist Eugene Wigner called it the unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics. Modern physics now speaks in terms of information, fields, probability amplitudes, observer participation. Reality is not solid, it's rational. It is informational. It is linguistics in structure.
Act 5. Quantum language and the return of the esoteric.
Quantum theory tells us the observer affects the observed. Measurement collapses potentiality into actuality. Waves function to particles. Possibility into form. This sounds suspiciously like word into world. In the esoteric traditions, consciousness precedes matter. In quantum physics, observation defines state. The ancient mantra is this: as above, so below. Becomes as measured, so manifested.
Act 6. Language as human potential.
Now we arrive at the core question. Has language been evolving, or has divinity been refining its self-description? From, let's say, grunts to myths, myths to theology, theology to philosophy, philosophy to science, science to quantum information. Each stage moves closer to something radical. Human beings are not separate from the creative force. We are co-authors. Our language structures identity, shapes perception, influences biology, constructs reality. Neuroscience confirms that words reshape neural pathways. Psychology confirms that narratives shape self-concept. Quantum physics suggests observation defines state. The esoteric whispers this: you are the logos, localizing.
Act 7, Divinity as participation.
Divinity may not be on the throne. It may be a capacity. Language is the bridge between potential and expression, chaos, order, silence, form. And what is human potential? The ability to imagine, speak, align, embody. The evolution of language mirrors the evolution of agency. We move from reacting to describing to conceptualizing to mathematically encoding to recognizing that we are observers within the system we describe. That is not mere intelligence, it's participatory creation. Perhaps the ancient mystics were not primitive. Perhaps they intuitively something we are now rediscovering. Reality is structured in patterns. Patterns are descriptions shape experience. Experience defines meaning. Language is not a tool. Language is an interface. And the deeper it evolves, the more responsibility it demands. If words can shape civilizations, shape religions, shape laws of physics, what might they shape in you? So choose your words wisely. As always, I leave you with a poem. Before the star, there was the sound. Before the sound, there was the breath. Before the breath, there was the ache to mean something. We named the sky, and it answered. We named the gods, and they awakened. We named ourselves and forgot. Now in equations and quantum scripts, we circle back to the ancient knowing. The universe is not spoken to us, it is spoken through us. If you like this video, please subscribe, share, and give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.